So the new Ellen Hutson release and the newest leading lady is out now. So I wanted to put together a quick little video to tell you more about this lady and to show you some of the pieces that I've made with her already. I have got an artist manicure, meaning I am covered in ink and paint because I cannot stop playing with this lady. So we started with the crafty lady, then we introduced you to the plant lady, and now we have the baker lady. She is just in time for all of that holiday baking I know so many of us participate in, and she was absolutely so much fun to make. I channeled a lot of my mom into her. My mom was definitely an amazing baker, and I remember baking with her as a kid, so there's a lot of memories in here. So I've included a lot of wonderful yummy treats. We've got bread and pie, we've got cake, cookies, 2 different kinds of cookies. There's so much tasty here. We've also got some really good humor and encouraging little notes, just like all the ladies. This one, you've got all of these great little small sentiments that will fit inside her apron there. So things like flower power, all or muffin, all you need is love, you take the cake. We've also got a few larger sentiments, you make life sweet, and whisk those worries away. She is so much fun to play with, and she's got those coordinating dies, so it's really easy to make a ton of these little fun pieces. As you can tell, I've been spending most of my time cutting out all of these sweet treats and trying my very hardest not to go make them for myself in real life. Keeping it to paper sweet treats right now. But besides this lady, I've got an additional stamp set this month that goes perfectly with her and also works really well with the amazing stamps that Julie is releasing, especially those incredible tags. This one is called No Peeking, and it's got tons of sentiments that you can use as you get ready for your Christmas cards or gift tags. I know it's only September, but we're gearing up. So fun sentiments like magic inside, sugar and spice and everything nice, homemade for the holidays, it's coal, which hopefully none of us are getting. But this is a great sentiment set and can be used in so many different ways, and I use them on some of the cards I made with these ladies. So let me show you some of the things I used her for. I have actually been spending a lot of time in the classroom, that's Ellen Hutson's blog, getting tons of tips and tricks on how to color in these leading ladies. And though I need a ton more practice, I think it's getting a little bit better. So big kudos to Ellen and her team for providing so much support. This one I was trying to make my friend Angie a card and a little lady that looks just like her. And you can see she's holding all of that bread there. That was so much fun, adding a little floral pattern to her shirt. I also wanted to use just those elements, especially since, as you can tell, I've made so many of them, to make this little simple card, You Make Life Sweeter, just as an encouragement piece for a friend of mine. I started using those No Peeking sentiments to bust out a few Christmas cards early. So sugar and spice and everything nice. And that stripe is actually just washi tape that's been put on some white paper. And then I used white embossing powder to really kind of make that sentiment pop. And then I've got a stack of bowls. So these bowls were inspired by my mom's Pyrex, which is now my Pyrex. And this lady is trying to, I think like the best of us, stay on top of everything she's juggling. So I used a sentiment set from an earlier release just to remind, you've got this. And she's got her all or muffin, her little all or muffin apron on. Let's see. I was also thinking about Christmas in the sense of gifts and handmade gifts. So I love to make gifts for people, and I have a few young bakers in my life who I think would enjoy putting the recipes that they're learning onto their own little recipe cards. So what I did was I took a really simple little recipe card that I made just on the computer and printed it out, leaving a blank white space on the side. And then I just stamped all of those images in black ink. It's a waterproof ink. So then my young friend who gets these as a gift can go in and use marker or colored pencil or watercolor, and it's almost like a coloring book and a little tool where they can write down those recipes they're learning all in one. And I've used this tag. I've made a number of tags using Julie's concertina tag die. I've just kind of cut them apart here, and these are so colorful and they look so fun, and they were the easiest thing to do. I took some watercolor paper and I put on a little wash of just plain water, and then put watercolor on top and let the watercolors kind of blur together, and then cut them out using the tag. And then I used that no peeking stamp set to emboss a white sentiment on top, and they are such a fun pop. I'm so excited to be able to give this little handmade bit as a gift to my young friend. So lots of things, lots of ideas, I hope, of how you might use this lady and the no peeking stamp set. This is probably one of the nearest and dearest to me when it comes to the leading ladies in my life, especially with all of those lady bakers that are around me. I love adding new ladies to this series. I love thinking about all of the things that we do as women and as crafters and creators out there. I like to think that I am one part crafty, one part, well, kind of the plant lady with a little bit of a teal thumb, let's say, and one part of the baker lady. I can't wait to share the ladies that are upcoming. We love getting your ideas of ladies you love to see, and I absolutely adore seeing how you're using them and what you're doing with your leading ladies as you stamp them out and play. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please make sure to share what you make with this lady, because I'd love to see how the baker lady is in your life.